I'm Tracey McCain.
And I'm Caitlin Nuclo. First, though, we want to get a quick check on that forecast. We'll say hello to meteorologist Scott Gagliardi for the details. Pretty nice morning all around the state.
Yet again. I mean, this is the common theme that we've been having.
Yeah.
We're going to have for at least the next 7 days.
We like that.
You really can't compete with this weather. It's good. This time of year, we could certainly be dealing with heavy rainfall.
That's
and,
true.
I mean, very hot temperatures. The warmest temperatures of the week actually come in tomorrow and on Saturday. So if you like the warmer weather, you'll get it. It's cooler out there right now, 40s and 50s. Right now, a live look outside in Mystic, clear skies up through Hartford. There's a view of our sunrise. There is some visibility issues in some spots. Notice on our visibility map through Hartford, about 3/4 of a mile. Everybody else doing much better, about a perfect 10 for the majority of the state. Temperatures, notice a few 40s through Willimantic and Salisbury. Everybody else climbing through those 50s. We continue on this warming trend throughout the day today. We're climbing through those 60s, 70s, even a few 80s later on this afternoon. But the warmest weather comes tomorrow and on Saturday. I'll let you know if the heat continues or if we have any chance of rain, which actually I gave it away. We don't, but there's plenty to talk about in the tropics. We'll have that coming up in just a few minutes. Good morning, Kate.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Good morning, everyone. All right, we are clicking over to 7:02 on the dot. If you're heading out the door, heading to work, bringing the kids to school, your drive times and speeds, all looking pretty typical. 35-minute ride here, 84 eastbound, Waterbury to Hartford, 100-minute ride. So we're over that hour-and-a-half mark here in 95 southbound down through the Fairfield area. So New Haven to the George Washington Bridge slowing down, really slowing down along the Parkway through Fairfield County as well. No crashes, but we are still dealing with some of this emergency road work because of an earlier crash in Middletown, 91 northbound between exits 20 and 21. You can see that here on your screen with those construction cones set up. They've got the lane blocked off and unfortunately dealing with some visibility issues along the Route 9 corridor as well. Middletown, that's the live look there. I promise you it's Middletown. Just make sure that you are reducing those speeds if you encounter any of that reduced visibility through that area. But you can see here in Meriden, beautiful bright sunshine, 691 east and westbound. Grab the sunglasses as you're heading out. Depending on where you're traveling, you'll definitely need them. I'm Caitlin Francis with your Connecticut Chevy First Alert Traffic Report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
We want to get right back to that breaking news we're following in Thompson. New information coming out right now. Crews are piecing together that fire that broke out on Quantic Town Farm Road, and we're told that one person has been hurt.
Yeah, our Pinpoint News Tracker shows you exactly where it's happening, just minutes from the Rhode Island border. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler has been on the scene all morning and joins us with the breaking details. Good morning.
Caitlin and Tracy, we just got some new information several minutes ago from Connecticut State Police. We now know that this fire has been deemed suspicious by Connecticut State Police and the local fire marshal's office here. Take a look at what we're seeing right now. I want to tell you that this scene has completely ramped back up from earlier this morning. It was very quiet here. The fire was out completely. And then just about 30 minutes ago, fire officials as well as EMS started to pack in this way. You can see right now they're working behind the home, right by that shed that has been burnt to a crisp. Now, we did watch paramedics. They moved in. They took someone out on a stretcher. It was an older gentleman who was alive at the time in which paramedics found him early this morning. Now, Connecticut State Police tell us that they first responded around 10:55 last night and that the fire and explosion investigation unit were requested by the local fire marshal's office. Once again, that means that this is a suspicious investigation that police are working on right now, as well as local firefighter agencies. Now, we do have Connecticut State Police crews coming in here as well, so I am stepped out of the way in case they need to move in at any point while we're live with you right now. But this is the scene that we're seeing. Once again, I want to reiterate, earlier this morning we had mentioned there are no injuries. We did find out that one person is clearly injured. It's not clear at this time if firefighters are searching for anyone else in that rubble towards the backwoods. We'll have an update for you in less than 30. We're live in Thompson. Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Hartford police are searching for the suspect who shot a man on Rosemont Street last night. It happened about 9 o'clock. Our Pinpoint News Tracker shows you exactly where that scene was. The victim is in the hospital and is expected to be okay.
A man is rescued after his SUV goes down a boat launch in Glastonbury and into the Connecticut River. It happened yesterday off Wells Street. McCrae Williams was helping his son's crew team when he saw the car splash into the water.
We got him out. We asked if there's anybody in there. He said he'd no, and then he was quite panicked. You know, he was really afraid that he was going to die. And that's what he kept saying, I'm afraid he was going to die.
Well, divers say the current pulled the car downstream. It took hours for them to get out. First responders say the man was checked out and taken to the hospital. As soon as we get an update on his condition, we'll of course let you know.
Also in Glastonbury, police putting out a warning about a scam circulating in the town. Emails are going out with pictures of homes and threats that the computers are infected with spyware. The emails also contain personal information and a lot of grammatical errors. The scammers are demanding that the homeowner pay them a ransom. Call Glastonbury Police if you get an email like that. Well, this morning, students and staff heading back to the classroom, but police are investigating a disturbing trend of threats made against several schools in several communities in just the last day.
Let's take a look at where this is happening. In just the last 24 hours, police responded to threats in Avon, Wethersfield, North Haven, New Haven, and West Haven. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Marcy Jones was at one of the schools targeted for one of these attacks and says the district is trying to crack down.
Well, we'll start with the good news. All of these threats have been proven to not be credible. However, the bad news is all of these threats cause unnecessary anxiety. It wastes money, people's time, and also disrupts education. Unfortunately, this is not a new trend. These incidents have been popping up all over the state. Within the last 24 hours, police have opened investigations at schools in Avon, Wethersfield, North Haven, New Haven, and right here in West Haven. Thankfully, all threats were found to be non-credible. However, police have uncovered an unusual piece of information. Many of the threats are coming from outside of Connecticut. Officers in Wethersfield and Avon were able to track down where the threats came from, some originating from social media accounts based in Florida, Texas, and Georgia. While reasons for online threats may vary, many believe the motivation can simply be to cause fear and disruption.
What enables students who are interested in creating trouble like this to send out messages, perhaps far from where they actually live, but knowing full well it will create havoc and chaos in the location where it is being received.
Now, police and school officials are encouraging parents to have an open and honest conversation with their students about mental health and also the seriousness of online threats. And if you're interested in any more on this topic, join us on 9 a.m. where Dr. Laura Saunders is going to be covering all of this information. In West Haven, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Great info. Thank you. A man now facing charges in Bristol after causing a lockdown at an elementary school after he put out alarming social media posts. Police say they were called to the school after David Arroyo Jr. of New Britain posted his dissatisfaction with Hubble Elementary School and their administration's handling of an issue. Arroyo later called the Bristol police saying there was going to be an emergency at the school. That's where officers found him, right in the school parking lot. They arrested him and charged him with breach of peace.
All right, everybody, Roger, Suzanne, and jumping in here from the First Alert Desk with new information about a big breaking story going on right now in New Haven, where more than 120 Omni hotel workers walked off the job site. Those strikers say they're protesting painful workloads and what they call lousy pay that does not match the rising cost of living. Now, this walkout follows months of contract negotiations with their unions, as well as a Labor Day strike by the Hyatt Regency hotel workers in Greenwich. This is video of that protest, which was put on by that same union. Now, I did call the hotel, and an employee at the front desk told me that the Omni is open and that guest services won't be impacted, although we should note that housekeepers, cooks, and bellmen are among the employees who walked off the job this morning. I did also reach out to the Omni's corporate office. At this point, though, I have not heard back. Of course, I'll keep you posted. Live at the First Alert Desk, I'm Roger, Suzanne, and I'll send it back to you, Tracy.
All right, thank you, Roger. We continue to follow developing news from out west. Incredible video coming in from California, where crews are battling several massive wildfires. In some communities, people are barely making it out of their homes to escape the flames. In the mountains above Los Angeles, the bridge fire rapidly grew 12 times its size in less than a day. The wind-driven flames destroyed at least 39 homes and cabins. Authorities have arrested and charged this man, 34-year-old Justin Hasselberg, for allegedly starting the line fire that ravaged close to 35,000 acres.
It's my belief that we will actually find out this suspect may have been responsible for other fires.
Officials say the investigation is not over.
Francine weakened to a tropical storm overnight and hours after it made landfall in Louisiana yesterday. Flash flood warnings still in effect, though, for parts of that state, with hundreds of thousands of people there without power. Partial 911 outages reported as well. Though wireless companies say they are working to resolve that issue. This morning, the storm is also battering parts of Mississippi with strong wind.
And the time right now, 7:11, getting a check on the forecast. We'll give you an update on Tropical Storm Francine right now. This is the latest, wind speeds of 45 miles per hour as it moves off farther towards the north at about 12 miles per hour, northeast, I should say. Here's the latest forecast track from the National Hurricane Center, expected to weaken below any tropical criteria by tomorrow afternoon. So that's the last advisory, Friday at 1 p.m. Live look outside in New Haven, though, here locally, 56 degrees up through Hartford and Middletown. Take a look at this. It is very foggy out there. This is what will greet you if you're heading along Route 9 through the Middletown area. Temperatures climbing through those 50s throughout the afternoon hours for inland areas. We're climbing through those 70s and even a few 80s. I'll let you know when we can expect even warmer temperatures, though. That's all coming up with your full First Alert forecast. Tracy?
All right. Thank you, Scott.